What up, everybody? This is Ollie once again. I'm here for the third installment of my Heads Up series. I'm currently super pumped about poker and super excited, loving it more than ever. So the other day, I ended up playing another Heads Up tourney on Bovada. They had their contender series, so it was like an $11 tournament. It was only a 3K guarantee, and I somehow shipped that one too, which was pretty sick. So I was feeling pretty good about my game. I thought I was playing amazing, and then the 10K W Coupe High Roller just finished, so I ended up seeing that Lucky Chewy, who's like my favorite poker player ever, ended up getting second in it. So I watched the replayer. I ended up recording it so I could pause it and take a lot of notes. And watching that just made me realize that I have so many leaks in my game still. I have so many ways I need to get better. And it's just got me really pumped to try and get better at the game and really improve. So I'm excited to continue with this review and get all my info out. I usually end the video with a tip. I'm going to start it right now. I'm going to start the video with one today, just because my first tip was that you should be studying a lot more, but this one is going to be about how you should be studying. I ended up spending 6 hours, maybe about 6 hours, just going over the Coupe High Roller final table and really dissecting it and trying to figure out the spots that everybody was doing. Mostly Lucky Chewy because I kind of sweat him, but whatever. And I ended up learning a lot of things, honestly, and I feel that my game has improved. I'm going to take some things from there. Some things I don't exactly agree with the other players did. I might be wrong. They might be wrong. I don't know. But just having that ability to learn so much. I was writing notes on paper the whole time, and no one's gonna understand it because it's just scribbles. But I know what it means, and it really helps me study and get better. So when you're studying, I really want to recommend you guys to just do nothing but studying. Don't be playing one table on the side or two tables on the side. You're gonna miss out on a lot of info. And just whenever you're studying, even if you're just gonna watch a video for a half hour, just focus all your attention on that one video, and I think that will help a lot. But I'll continue with the series now. We are currently in the money, which is sweet, and let's get into it. Deuce 5 off. I assume I'm going to raise. If this guy seems to be a decent player, I might not open 100%. I might not call 100%, but I don't think I adjusted like that against anybody in this tournament. Definitely appealing to King Deuce. That's an okay flop. I wouldn't mind a check call. I expect him to be betting a lot more than he should. On that turn card, if he bets, it's a mandatory fold. He only bet half pot both times, so I don't expect his range to be. I mean, he could be really strong, but usually people that only bet half pot on the flop and turn, they're not going to be as strong as you might think. They're probably splitting their range. On this board, I like a check back. I don't like this. I don't like this bet. I don't think it's good. I have barely any back doors. I mean, I have 4 highs. It's not a good bet in my opinion. I don't know his range for defending. I don't know if it's tighter or looser. I just don't like my bet. He bets big on the river, so I guess he could have river 2 pair or has maybe a hand like Queen 10. Aces, I hope I 3-bet. Looks like I'm going to call. I understand why I call, because whenever I do my first 3-bet, I prefer it to be a bluff. The fact that I had aces, I didn't want to 3-bet it. But game plan wise, I would have just liked a 3-bet for sure. On this board, I like a check call for sure. It keeps my range wide. It doesn't let him know I have a strong hand. That's a good turn card. I should probably talk a little why it's a good turn card. I mean, obviously I beat 6-9 now, but it's a card that he doesn't really have. because he's probably gonna check back a lot of his 4x on the flop, I would expect. So and I could have that, but at the same time, he's still gonna bet all of his like 9x and all his over pairs, all of his straight draws. So it's definitely a good card. He checks back. This river, I definitely like betting. Try again to call his ace high and king highs. There's a lot of missed draws here that I could have, so I definitely like my value bet. Looks like I didn't click to see what he had, which was a mistake. It's a good flop. Definitely want to bet. Don't need to bet too big. I wouldn't mind like a third pot bet. It's a pretty dry board. But I don't think I was doing that at this point. I think I should definitely continue on this turn. I can probably get him to fold all his 4x and 3x and his ace highs, which is a lot of his range. My bet size is good because I'm a lot more polarized on the turn than I am on the flop. I'm pretty much only betting jack x and better and bluffs. So I like a 2/3 pot size bet. Once he 3-bets, I think I could call there. I think we're deep enough to call. I don't know. It is the first time he's 3-bet me, so I don't mind the fold jack 7, but that's pretty up in my range. Like, it's definitely an exploitable fold. But I think it's totally fine against these players at the same time. I kind of like a check back here. I wouldn't be surprised to see myself bet, but I like a check back because king high has showdown value, and if we hit a straight, it's pretty disguised because we didn't bet it. Okay, but now once we bet and get check min raise, it's just an easy call, and trying to hit our straight. The turn bet, it's a little weird. His sizing is really bad. That's why I called. He bet half pot basically, and on that turn you should never be betting half pot. Once you check raise flop, he only check min raise, but it doesn't really matter. Once you check raise flop, you're either saying I have a really strong hand or I'm bluffing. Is what you should be saying when you check raise flop. His check min raise is just goofy anyway. But when he says that and the 4 comes on a turn, his very strong hands should want to bet big for value and protection, and his bluffs should want to bet big to try to get me to fold my hands. So him betting half pot is not really going to get me to fold too many hands, and he's not going to get enough value from his strong hands. So his bet size is a pretty big mistake on a turn. His river bet's a third pot. Looks like I'm thinking about raising this. I think it's probably best I do. Because I think he's probably like value betting something like 7-6 maybe. I think that's a very likely hand for him to be value betting, or like hand like 7-8 or something like that. So a raise looks like I can have a lot of 4x. I can definitely have. I'm not sure. I might have a hand. I should. Yeah, I definitely have a hand like 6-3 and 6-9 for sure. And then maybe a hand like 4-7, 4-5. I'm not 100% sure what I would do against his check min raise there at this time. But he's repping a semi-weak range here. Like he's probably telling me I have like a 7x. So I want to bet big and try to get him to fold to 7x. Definitely want to make it bigger than that. I think that's too small. I think that's definitely way too. Wow, he still folds, which is sweet. So he could just be bluffing with a really weird bet size. It's really bad. But I definitely like that I raise. I don't like my sizing. I think my sizing should definitely be bigger because with that size, he only has to call 1800 more to see what I have, and he has he probably, I assume he had a 7. So I definitely would have liked a bigger raise size on the river. Here, I think I like a check back. Don't bet. If I'm gonna bet, I want to bet like a third pot. on these paired boards. It's just hard for him to have anything. Jack high has a decent amount of showdown value. I would prefer a check for sure, or a 1/3 pot bet. So I call, which is cool. 72 plays pretty well. Actually plays really well, especially on this kind of flop. I like a check raise. This is one of my bluffs that I'm going to be check raising. Not going to be check raising too many bluffs, but this is a same bluff that just has a lot of equity that I'm check raising. I'm going to check raising my pocket nines and pocket threes, and I probably just check call my 10-9, and that's pretty much it. So I don't want to have too many bluffs, and 72 seems like a very rare bluff there because I had the flush draw and straight draw. I like a check on this flop again. I'm not checking enough. I don't like this bet. I have no backdoors. He can call with all of his ace highs and king highs, 8-9, any type of straight draw. I don't like it. Any pair he can call me with. I think I'm just betting too often. Definitely want to call here for sure. I definitely hope I fold because versus this bet size is indicative of stronger range. We saw him bet half pot, half pot, half pot when he snap folded to a river raise, and we saw him bet half pot earlier too, which we didn't see what he had. This time he bets 2/3 pot on a dry board, so I'm expecting his range to be stronger. By the way, sorry about the other table. I was playing like 4 or 5 tables of cash on the side just because one table was not enough. Definitely want to call. Check raising would be a pretty big mistake. Good turn card. Definitely gonna check call again. This river I definitely want to value bet. Get value from his king X and possibly some jack X. I don't think he's gonna bluff this river like at all. Even if you probably should a decent amount. Wow. I mean, guess he has a hand like king jack a lot of the time. Maybe queen 10. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm very surprised he checked back h4 on the turn. Seems like a pretty disastrous check back. He probably could have got 3 streets for me, or at least like, I mean, he did get close to the max value by raising on the river, but at the same time, like he probably could have got more. Sometimes could have got less. Sometimes, but it was a weird play, especially against my whole range. I think he could have possibly got 3 streets from a lot of hands. I like that check back this hand. This would be a pretty obvious check back, I think, for most people, but ace high, a lot of showdown value, dry board, I think we can win a lot. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. He checks. Okay, so I'm trying to test out what is checking. Okay, so that's very interesting because he just limp folded. He didn't check, he limped, I'm sorry, but he just limp folded versus my 3x raise, so he should be calling pretty wide. So his limping range is going to be weaker than his raising range. That's what we know. So we can just attack his limping range a lot. It's been a pretty easy match so far. We haven't really had to do anything too special. Our king 6 raise was kind of cool though. Well, definitely calling this. Hand's just way too strong. Any hand is pretty much a call here, I think. Weird. His check is like, it's okay. It's just interesting. I don't know what he has here. I bet because I didn't think he would just check jam for that much over my bet for 7K over 880 bet. So I like my bet for that reason. Same time, it's really weird for him to 3 bet 2x and then just check fold the jack 8x flop. I'm calling here with king high because there's a lot of showdown value. I got a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. A backdoor straight draw I got there. Looks like we went for the check raise on the river. Huh. Wow, check call. Okay. Huh. Weird. I don't know why I wouldn't just bet myself when if I'm just gonna check call. I guess I'm trying to induce bluffs, which may or may not work. I don't know. Okay, let me think about it for just one sec. No, actually, I'm thinking about it. I think it's actually pretty good to just check all there. It really protects my range because once that card comes, I'm gonna have to check fold like close to everything that I have a lot of the time there. So having a straight to my checking range really protects that, where you can't just bet, where you can't just bluff me 100% of the time. So I actually don't mind it. And I did think he would value bet a lot of different worse hands. So I actually like the check call mirror. Huh. Good job, old me. Looks like I'm going for a limping strategy because he has about 20 pigs. I wouldn't mind check back like the queen there. Should try let him hit like 5, 5, 7 or whatever he has. Try to let him hit a pair. Maybe I can get 2 streets. So I'm never gonna get 3 streets there. I don't think, unless he has like a worse queen, but it's tough to have another queen. I kind of want to fold. I don't like him calling here, especially when he bet 2/3 pot or 3/4 pot or whatever. Yeah, he's just gonna always double barrel here. His half pot bet once again just doesn't make any sense. It makes a little more sense there because he can just jam river, but I still don't like it at all. He's just giving me like such a good price with a lot of hands. Okay, let's see a flop. That's our kind of flop. I like the check call here. I don't want to check raise. Seems like a pretty disastrous spot to check raise. Or I don't think I'm check raising anything. If I have the ace of clubs, I'm not just gonna check raise because I have showdown value. So if I'm not check raise bluffing with enough flush draw, what am I check raise bluffing with? Literally nothing. So I should just check out my whole range there. That's a spot that I don't think people really do as often as they should, but I think that's a spot where you should just be check calling everything that you want to continue with. Once again, on turn, I like a check call. We'll let him bluff his ace X or whatever he has. Or if he just go on a crazy bluff, or if he has like a 10 now, or like a king that. I would definitely like a raise. Put him in. I thought I was gonna just call for a sec. Looks like he's just likes to 3-barrel me a lot. His 3-barrels haven't been too successful, which has been good for me. I hit him with the limp, and he's really short. Cause I can't shove 3-4 off, but I guess I can limp and see a flop. My flop bet, I would like to check a lot more than a bet. It's just one of those spots where like he's gonna fold a lot, but if he has like 9-3 that he just checked, he's just gonna check jam and get it in anyway, because he's so short. I think it's a call, yeah. And we're able to hit. How long has this video been? 18 minutes. Let's see. Do I have enough time to? I don't know how long my next match is, but whatever. We'll play it out. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let's just go through this hand real quick again. I don't think my next match is gonna be too long anyway, so I think after this match we are in a round of 32, if I remember correctly. 32 sounds about right. Yeah, I think that's right. What's this? Oh, that was the first hand. I missed. Oh no, I guess I didn't record in our first hand, so I guess I missed one hand against my other opponent. Or oh no, this was the first hand. What am I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry about that. All right, now match is starting. I was just too confused because this was the exact same hand that I won the last match with. So this guy's 3xing. It's a little different. Like we discussed in the second video, we're 3-betting more against the 3x's, more polarized range. No, it depends. Sometimes more polarized, sometimes more linear, depending on his stack size, I guess, and depending on how he's reacting. He's gonna double barrel here. Double barrel's big, but I still think Queen High has showdown value. He could be double barreling his heart draws, his 5-7s, his worst club draws. So I like just a call here with Queen High. And we lose to the King 6, which pretty standard. I think he played his hand, fine. So we're off to a bad start in this match, but we're gonna come back and get this W. I don't mind. Now he's min raising. 3x the King 6 suited. I get some min raise. I'm definitely 3-betting linearly because I'm just calling everything. So I'm just gonna be 3-betting my stronger hands. And I might throw in like some like suited connectors, some like low suit, like 3-4 suited hands as well. 3-bet, but we'll see. I like a check back on this board. And I know I'm gonna bet. See what happens when you bet with hands that have no equity? You just call me. And now what I do? Just gonna bet again? No, I give up. I'm just gonna get. Oh, I can bluff on this river. Free checks. Can't bluff now. There's spots where I'm just giving away money by betting when I should be checking. I think it's a spot that a lot of people are making a mistake on, where we just don't have too many cards we can barrel on, so it's not going to be a great bet for us. We have some showdown value. We can bluff on later streets like a turn or river. So I don't think it's necessary. The turn, I'm betting polarized. So I'm going to bet big. On the river, yeah, I think checking a weak queen is good. If I had a stronger queen, I could think of value betting, but the weak queen, what? Yeah, I like a call. I think he has worse hands, like random double gutties or like some type of gutter ball or straight draw, or just a decent amount of hands that. And Queen High is pretty up in my range there. I like my check back here. I was very surprised by this, but King High has a lot of showdown value. His bet on the turn is stupid, like 1/5 par or whatever. It just makes no sense. I guess I'm gonna call just no. I kind of like a raise actually. I like the raise no matter what. I definitely like the raise. I have a lot of Queen X in my range. He calls with an ace, which yeah, I don't really expect him to fold an ace a lot of the time. But I think some people will fold an ace there. Now he's limping, so I hope I raise it up here. Ace 10 suit is a very strong hand. Heads up. Okay. On this turn, I like a check. I'm betting very, very, very polarized here. To like, I'm probably checking a lot of Queen X as well. So I'm betting a lot of like flush draws, 2 pairs, straights, some strong Queen X. The turn is definitely better for me. If he had bet turn, I was probably just gonna check raise. On this river, with I'm like on big bets. It looks like I'm trying to get in full of chop a lot of the time. So I like my big bet here. It's a pretty good flow up. I like to bet this because there's a lot of draws here. I would like to probably a little bigger bet than that. 7's a really bad turn card. I definitely think a check is going to be the best play. Actually, I could get some value from a lot of straight draws and flush draws. A few bets here I definitely want to call, though. There's still, like, the flush draw I got there, but there's just so much that missed. Yeah, like, if he's floating with King High, folding this would be pretty bad. I mean, if he's floating and bluffing King High, which is probably okay on that board, honestly. I don't even hate his play, but I just think I have to call. Aces, good limp. Limp aces versus a guy who's not folding his big blind. Doesn't seem like the best idea. Like a check back for sure. A pretty strong hand, but can't get too many streets from worse hands. I definitely want to bet turn though. A small bet. I think. Oh, it check back. I don't mind check back. It's not. It's not like. I'm trying to get him to bluff some hands on the river. If he doesn't, I can still get value from worse hands, which is good for me. Like in this spot. Heads up has a lot of like different dynamics and like a lot of like different thought processes depending on your opponent. There's no play that's always gonna be the right play in heads up, unless you have like I don't know if you have a nuts on the river, you should always try to get it in. But even that, like, there's a lot of different ways to play on the river. You can check raise, you could bet big, you could bet small and try to induce. You can overbet. There's a lot of there's so it all depends on your opponent a lot of the time and what you think they're thinking and how you think they're gonna react. Pretty much. King Jack suited just way too strong in my hand. Not to attack his limp. Seems to be limping aces and seems to be limping a lot of weak hands as well. So we should probably attack his limp a lot of the time because he's just gonna be so weak there, and occasionally, very occasionally, have a strong hand. Yeah, I don't want to call 3x with 8-4 off. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about is my pre-flop strategy. I was saying that I rage 100% and call 100% versus min raises, and I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and we basically ended up agreeing that I was losing. I was probably losing to breaking even against anybody who like was even okay at heads up with the bottom 10% of my range. So if you're playing someone who's like decently confident, and you're not super confident with your post flop play, I think folding the bottom 10% a lot of the time in a lot of spots, like when he raises, definitely folding the bottom 10%, and like possibly three betting like hands like deuce four suited and stuff, and also not raising all your junk like pre-flop will be a good adjustment most of the time. And since you are playing a lot of fish, a lot of them are just going to be calling too often. So getting those out of your range might actually be a good idea against them, just because they're going to end up giving you money anyway. So probably better to not go for those really close spots. Just something that I ended up having a discussion about, and I thought it'd be good to share with all you guys. Definitely want to bet this flop. I like my bet here for sure. I don't want to bet 1/3 pot here just because it is kind of a coordinated board. There's a lot of hands that can peel on his part. One guy in the comments saying that I'm not exactly talking about what hands he can call in some spots and like what hands I don't know. Just like he was saying that I wasn't saying what exact hands you can call with in a lot of spots. I was mostly just saying what I think is the right play. And that's because like it's heads up, like there's a lot of hands that you can call with, like in a lot of spots, and like going through each and every hand is just way too long and grueling and not fun for anybody. I mean, if anybody want to talk about a certain hand exactly, I'm more than happy to. I really enjoy talking about poker and poker hands. So if we want to get into nitty gritty of any hand, I'm more than happy to. Just write about it, ask a question. I'm more than happy to respond. Here was ace nine. I like checking, trying to do some bluffs. I can get some later value from worse hands if the board comes out okay. This isn't a great turn card, but I definitely want to check call. This river, I would like a check fold. Depending on the sizing, that's really small sizing. I think I should still definitely check fold because that sizing looks actually pretty value betting. So I would definitely like a fold here. He only bets 42% 2% power, whatever that was. He's not going to be bluffing too often. I think he's just saying I have a jack and I'm trying to value bet. If he has a jack, a 9 is no good. And he definitely has a lot of jacks in his range. Yeah, I like my 2/3 pot bet here just because there's a lot of worse hands I can call, a lot of draws. We're betting very polarized in this spot. I like my turn bet too. Still can get called by a lot of worse hands. I don't have a diamond, so I'm trying to bet for protection against those hands. The river sucks, obviously. But we actually have the best hand, which is great. We're climbing back against this guy. Oh, I don't love this call, but I do love that flop. The call is extremely suspect pre-flop versus 3x. I like a check raise and try to get it in. This is one of my few bluffs. Check raising big is going to be good, so I can jam turn. I like that for sure. Here, an important concept in a lot of spots is bet is either check raising flop big or betting flop big in a lot of spots where there's a lot of cards that you want to bet on, you want to jam on the turn. So you want to set up stack sizes so you can do that. And that's an interesting concept that I think is really important. That a lot of people don't take into account. So it's just something to be mindful about. I would hope I check back here. Hope I check back here as well. If he bets, I think 400 I got to call. If he had bet anything real, I would have just folded though. Okay. This guy seems to really like to tell me what his hand is pre-flop. He 3x's sometimes min raises, sometimes limps. I mean, it seemed like when he's made it bigger, his hand's been stronger, and when he's made it smaller or limped, his hand's been weaker. Other than when we saw him limp aces. I hope I check back here. Yeah, this would be a really bad bet on flop, in my opinion. I don't mind betting turn. I can get some value from worse hands, but I think checking is still going to be a better play. Actually, I don't like betting turn. There's just not any hands other than like a 3x that I can bet for value that I can get value from. I do want to call it 10-9. It's a decent flop for me. The turn, I don't mind checking, or I don't love this bet. The big sizing just tells him I'm really polarized, and I'm betting second pair, so I'm not all that polarized. So it doesn't make all that much sense, honestly. Definitely want to. No, it's. I'm okay with. It's 10. It's too strong as well. I think 4 betting is probably the best play. But I guess I'm really trying to keep my variance low against this guy, which I also don't mind. I hope I check back here. I don't need bet for protection because I have the 10 of clubs. So if the club comes, I'm okay. The only bad card is like a non-club ace, really, or a queen or a jack. That's non-club, but I'm okay with it. Okay, I don't know what the fuck this means. I expect myself to call here. I don't really know what he's trying to tell me here. He bet third pair on the what? This is why I wanted to play a little variance against these guys. And I'm just gonna put him in. He only has 20 bigs. I kind of like just raising it, and if he jams on me, I guess I can just call with ace 10. It's a pretty strong hand. I'm probably losing some value when I'm raising his limp instead of shoving. And now I'm gonna hit the limping strategy as well. Here I wouldn't mind a bet or a check. Both are totally acceptable here. There's a lot of cards that I can bet on. A jack or 10 are likely going to be good here a lot of the time. Diamonds, 9, king, ace, all those cards could be good cards for me. But also jack high does have showdown value against his super weak range there. It's a good flop. Okay, I want to bet big. Yeah, pot's good. The reason I want it big is, I mean, I'm just trying to get some money in the pot. If he has a pair, he's probably not going to fold to my turn bet because I haven't shown any real aggression. I can't really have an ace. Just, you know, I'm trying to get some money in with the nuts. Pretty clearly. I hope I check back here. Nope. Yeah, I wasn't doing that at this time. So, we're seeing a lot of leaks from you in this video, but I think it's good to learn from. I think it's good for everybody to learn from. Especially, I'm really happy that I can see this and know that I've gotten become a better player since this moment. If you're not, if you don't look back at yourself 6 months from now and think you were a bad player, then you're probably not working hard enough, and that's something I really try to tell myself. So I really tried to think about what I was doing 6 months ago a lot of the time, and then I just laugh because it was bad in a lot of spots. So then I feel good that I've been putting in the work in my game to realize that I've been getting better. Yeah, just check back. Hope flop's looking cool. I like a check call here. He pots it, which I don't love, but I have second pair here in the pot. Okay, I don't want to value bet. If he bets, I probably would have folded a lot here. I don't know. He did bet third pair earlier, but I had a really weak 10 and he potted the flop. Okay, that's a pretty good flop. I want to call here. Try to drill it. Well, that's a decent turn card for me. Half pot bet. This is what I like to see. I'm gonna call. I'm like not even trying to drill. I'm just gonna call. Try to win it on the river. But once he jams, I don't love this spot. I would have folded to any real size turn bet, but versus half pot, I'm just like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just betting. He's probably gonna give up on a lot of rivers. I can get there sometimes. I can bluff him sometimes. It's just a good thing. A lot of good things that can happen. I would like a bet here. Looks like I raised pre-flop. It's okay. He has 20 something bigs. I mean, it's whatever. It's not too relevant either way. Limping or raising, I don't think it's going to be a huge difference here. On a turn, I probably want to go for some value. You call back flush draws. You call back 2 pairs, maybe some 7x. I like this turn. Probably could have been bigger. Like 3,800 probably would have been a little better. I think I can get more value like that. But it's fine. Okay. I expect this to be a lot of small pairs like weak ace-x. When people show up with 20 bigs, that's a pretty common thing. I would hope I check back this flop. I expect I don't, but I would. Nope, no check back. No checking here. We don't do that. Okay. I hope I don't lead. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I haven't slept in like 2 days. I've been so into trying to get better at poker. Okay, good. I hope I continue limping. I guess I'm playing some cash game hits. Alright. Let's see a flop dealer. It's a pretty good board. I think I want to go for some value here a lot of time because there's a lot of bad turn cards. Once he leads, a very easy call. Turn, I like a check back. Easy, not good for anybody really. It's better for me than it is for him. And we're able to hold here, I guess. Okay, this is a good spot. Oh well, I don't think it's gonna fold too often. Only 3x's here. And Racing suited is the fucking nuts. Looks like it's gonna be the last hand. Nice. The video is 40 minutes, but it's all right. It's not super long, and we were able to get 2 matches in, which is great. When we come back, we'll be in the round of 16. So we only got a few more matches left, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I had some complaints about sound. I'm sorry, I don't have a mic or anything. I was just doing this for just trying to help out a little bit, because grips just help me so much when I was starting and really trying to get better that I wanted to give back somehow, and I was really happy to do this. I didn't pay a lot. I didn't want to pay a lot for some microphone though, and I'm just doing this for free, just do it for you guys. So I hope you guys don't give me too hard of a time. I'm trying here. I wouldn't mind some constructive criticism at any time though. I really like that. To try to get better at doing this, but sorry about this. And once again, I'm sorry about the sound. I'm not going to go ahead and buy a mic. But all right, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and get stacking.